Kevin McCarthy has been facing a lot of challenges since he eventually became speaker. The biggest one, though, is trying to get his caucus together on passing a bill to raise the debt limit. He's been grappling with that for some time, but it appears that he has finally come up with a solution. Just yesterday, he released a 320-page bill to raise the debt ceiling by $1.5 trillion, or until March 31st, 2024, whichever comes first. So in either case, very, very briefly, not even a full year necessarily raising the debt ceiling. So he seems to be a glutton for punishment. He seems to want to have to engage in this sort of negotiations again in like 10 months. That said, look, obviously we don't have the full text of the bill or anything like that, but we do have some strong indications about the sorts of things that it includes. We also know that we're gonna have more details very soon because he plans to bring the bill to the House floor for a vote next week. Remember all those times the Republicans, when they were in the minority, were like, they put out this big bill and then they just wanted to immediately vote on 320 pages of incredibly dense information touching on virtually every aspect of the government. Oh, I'm sure Marjorie Greene is just gonna be pouring through that thing. Late nights, burning the candle at both ends, that sort of thing. Anyway, here's what we know about what's in the bill. It's going to be limiting government spending to fiscal year 2022 levels, clawing back COVID funding. I mean, why do you need that? It's a hoax anyway. Expanding work requirements for welfare programs and for food stamps, ending the student loan payment pause and blocking relief for student debt, protecting gas ovens, because why not throw everything in there, and rolling back large parts of the Inflation Reduction Act. It would also scuttle major low carbon energy subsidies that are the centerpiece of Joe Biden's climate bill that he passed last year. It also, by the way, again, because why not just include everything, is going to rescind the additional IRS spending that was included in the IRA. That's gonna add $114 billion to the deficit, which is just, that's not what I personally object to most in this bill, but it's the most amazing part because all of them are saying, we have to limit spending, we have to limit spending. They're willing to put $114 billion, like a year and a half of 4 years of public college at a national level, just to make sure that the IRS doesn't have the money to stop rich people from violating tax law. So again, like there's other problems that he's facing and we will get to those, but there is a lot included in here, Jessica. What do you think about this apparent agreement he's come to with most of his caucus?
Yeah, it seems absurd that this is just a temporary postponement of a larger conversation about, all right, what big cuts are we going to make? Because they really are going to make big cuts. And we know it's not gonna be defense spending with the big defense bill that they just passed. And the way that they vote on defense is so bipartisan. That's not gonna be on the table. It's not gonna be on the chopping block. We had a conversation around Medicare and Social Security. It became pretty clear that those are very popular policies that are difficult to touch, but there are a lot of policies and public programs that are funded by these dollars that Congress is responsible for budgeting that are more obscure. They don't have big names like Social Security or Medicare that are recognizable by many, but those getting cut will mean many more people will be suffering. And we already have the Federal Reserve pushing this hawkish inflation policy of raising interest rates and raising interest rates. So their plan is to make more people unemployed and have less jobs available while we're stripping away the social safety net simultaneously. That's really the way Kevin McCarthy is governing, and it's bad for the American people.
Yeah, it is like truly amazing as a political strategy. Amazing in two ways. Amazing that it works, that people don't get what they're doing, but also amazing in that it is a clever way to accomplish multiple goals that the right has in America. Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.